everyone. I, Hirva Patel, is going to deliver a talk on specific gravity measurement and bioelectric potential. First topic is specific gravity measurement. The outline of this topic is definition, why specific gravity, hydrometer, which is an instrument used to measure specific gravity, its operating principle, its working, its range and types, its applications, and lastly advantages and disadvantages. Definition. The specific gravity is the ratio between the density of an object and a reference substance. Usually our reference substance is water, which always has a density of 1 gram per millimeter or 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Mathematically, specific gravity can be written as density of the object to the density of water. As we all know that density is denoted by rho, we have rho of object to rho of water. Now what do you mean by density? Density of an object is a measure of how compact or heavy it is in a given volume. We measure density in mass per unit volume, which is written using measures like grams per millimeter, grams per cubic centimeter, or kilograms per liter. In this figure, you can see that the particles are packed very close to each other, which indicates the high density of the object. Similarly, you can see that the particles are set very freely to each other, which indicates the low density of that object. For example, the density of gold is 19,300 kilograms per meter cube. So, the specific gravity of gold can be calculated as rho of gold to rho of water, which is equal to 19,300 kilograms per meter cube or upon 1000 kilograms per meter cube, which is equal to 19.3. As the units are same, so the results will have no units, as they cancel out each other. Now why specific gravity? The specific gravity can tell us based on its value if the object will sink or float in our reference substance. If specific gravity of an object is greater than 1, that object will sink if placed freely in water. That means 100% of volume submerged. Suppose the specific gravity of an object is 0.2. Multiplying it by 100 we get 20%. This means that the 20% of its volume will be submerged in water. Here you can see the image of such an object. The specific gravity of ice is 0.92. Multiplying it by 100 we get 92%. And that's the reason why 92% of iceberg remains in water. Now here you can see that the specific gravity is greater than 1, which means greater than 100%. So the particle would be fully submerged in water. Hydrometer. A hydrometer is an instrument used to determine specific gravity. It is made up of clear glass and is most often approximately 8 inches long. Hydrometers are primarily used to determine the density of an unknown liquid. Here is the image of few of hydrometers. Principle. The hydrometer operates on Archimedes' principle. Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force that is exerted on a body immersed in a fluid, whether partially or fully submerged, is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces and acts in the upward direction at the center of mass of the displaced fluid. By this figure you can understand it very easily. Working. First, check your hydrometer's temperature calibration. It can be 59 to 60 degree Fahrenheit or 15 to 15.6 degrees Celsius. Then measure the temperature of the liquid. Pour a sample into clean container. Then insert the hydrometer into the liquid. Now spin the hydrometer gently and read the hydrometer scale at the lowest point of the liquid surface. Understand the measurement. Take few of the readings and lastly estimate liquid by its volume. Here are the images that will let you know how to read a hydrometer. Always read at the bottom of the meniscus for a correct reading. Range. In low-density liquids such as kerosene, gasoline, and alcohol, the hydrometer will sink deeper, and in high-density liquids such as brine, milk, and acids, it will not sink so far. In many industries, a set of hydrometers is used covering specific gravity ranges of 1 to 0.95, 0.95 to 0.9, etc. to provide more precise measurements. Types. There are many types of hydrometers such as lactometer, alcoholmeter, saccharometer, thermohydrometer, urinometer, parkometer, battery hydrometer, antifreeze tester, acidometer, and lastly selenometer. Its applications. Lactometer used for milk, alcoholmeter for wines and alcohols, saccharometer for sugar, thermohydrometer for fuel oils like petroleum, urinometer for urine analysis, a barcometer for tanning liquids in leather making, battery hydrometer for lead acid batteries, acidometer for acids, and selenometer for liquid with salt content. Now advantages and disadvantages. Firstly, advantages. It is a simple method. It gives quick measurement. It is an inexpensive instrument. Now disadvantages. It has breakable glassware. Large sample volume is required. It has very small measuring range. It is difficult to clean and dry. Here are few of the images of hydrometers, including an alcoholmeter, antifreeze tester, lactometer, battery condition indicator, and a saccharometer. Now the second topic is bioelectric potential. The outline for this topic is bioelectricity, how bioelectricity is generated, the role of bioelectricity in human life, electric fish, how do electric fish produce electricity, its types and applications. Firstly, bioelectricity. Bioelectricity refers to electrical potential and currents occurring within or produced by living organisms. It results from the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy. How bioelectricity is generated. Bioelectric potentials are generated by a number of different biological processes and are used by cells to govern metabolism, to conduct impulses along nerve fibers, and to regulate muscular contraction. In most organisms, bioelectric potentials vary in strength from 1 to several hundred millivolts. Now here's the difference between bioelectric current in living organism and the type of current used to produce light, heat, power, etc. The most important difference between bioelectric currents in living organism and the type of electric current used to produce light, heat, or power is that the bioelectric current is a flow of ions, that is, atoms or molecules carrying an electric charge, while standard electricity is a movement of electrons. Role of bioelectricity in human life. There are three types of electrical signal in human beings, two of which are routinely monitored or analyzed for diagnostic purposes. The first is electroencephalogram, which is relatively weak, fluctuating signals that originates in the brain. The second is electrocardiogram, which is about 100 times stronger than the electroencephalogram and is produced by the contraction of heart muscles. The third type of electrical signal in humans is the surface electrical potential, which is about as strong as electrocardiogram but changes more slowly over time. The origin and significance of the surface electric potential in humans are not yet known. Now we will be discussing about the examples of bioelectricity. such as electric fish. An electric fish is any fish that can generate electric fields. A fish that can generate electric fields is called electrogenic, while a fish that has the ability to detect electric fields is called electroreceptive. Most electrogenic fish are also electroreceptive. Electric fish species can be found both in the oceans and in freshwater of South America and Africa. Now there would be question that how do the electric fish generate electricity? So the electric fish produce their electrical fields from a specialized structure called an electric organ. This is made up of modified muscle or nerve cells, which became specialized for producing bioelectric fields stronger than those that normal nerves or muscles produce. Typically, this organ is located in the tail of the electric fish. The electrical output of the organ is called the electric organ discharge. Now here are the types of electric fish. The first is strongly electric fish. Strongly electric fish are the fish with an electric organ discharge that is powerful enough to stun prey or be used for defense. The amplitude of the signal can range from 10 to 860 volts with a current of 1 ampere according to the surroundings. The examples can be electric eel, electric catfish, and many more. Second is weakly electric fish. Weakly electric fish generate a discharge that is typically less than 1 volt. These are too weak to stun prey and instead are used for navigation, object detection, and communication with other fish. Examples can be Peter's elephant nose fish, black ghost knifefish, and many more. The third category includes fishes that can only sense electricity, such as sharks, rays, skate, paddlefish, platypus. Applications. The new research identifies the genetic factor the electric eel used to create an organ that can deliver a jolt several times more powerful than standard household current. The electric organ is used by fish in murky environments to communicate with mates, navigate, stun prey, and a shocking defense. In Victorian times, parties were organized where guests would form a chain to experience the shock of an electric fish. Applications of bioelectric potential. The electric potentials generated in human tissues are widely used for diagnostic purposes. Clinicians utilize them for the diagnosis of nerves, muscles, cardiac, brain, visual and auditory functions. Bioelectric signals involved in controlling wound healing and regeneration in animals, humans, as well as plants. Here are the references which I have used in this presentation. Thank you. So if anyone has any doubts, can ask freely.